Welcome to everybody. Thanks for being here. It's our pleasure to have Arya Rajam with us tonight. This is Arya's new book, which is called Blood, Sweat and Tears. Okay, so this is a book, as she says, a book about the story of a young ballerina who's chasing her dreams between two continents, between Chennai and Moscow. Now, Arya comes to storytelling from a very interesting background. She was born in New York. She grew up there as a child. And then she moved to Chennai. And she grew up in a family which had her great-grandmother, had her grandfather, and they were the prime storytellers in the family. And she eventually followed a course in literature and eventually also courses in creative writing in India and in the States. And she has a very wide interest which leads her to writing, which includes music, theatre, sports, all kinds of things. So before and I'd also like to introduce Jill to those of you who don't know who Jill is. She obviously needs no introduction.
I know
Jill is our main theatre person for years and years and years, and she's produced all these fabulous plays which have included dance and theatre. And there I am. So, okay, so let Arya say a couple of words first about her book, and then we'll take on from her, read parts of her book, and eventually have a Q&A with her. Jill and me will have a little Q&A with her. Arya would like then to distribute her books amongst you, for those of you who are interested, and maybe also take questions from you. Okay? Over to you.
So good evening everyone, thank you so much for coming here today. And I'd like to first of all thank Bridget and Pitanga for hosting me here for this book reading. And I'm very honored to share the stage with Anu and Jill today. So what I'm going to do first is, I'll tell you a little bit about myself and I'll talk about the book for about 10 minutes, about the theme of the book, which is like ballet and India and Russia and a girl chasing her dreams. And then we'll go on to the readings. So, okay. So I'm from Chennai, she said. I studied literature. This is my debut novel, which is called Blood, Sweat and Tears. So this is an idiom for, of course, a lot of hard work. This book is actually about a girl who is half Indian and half Russian. And she is born to an Indian man and his Russian wife. His Russian wife is called Irina. She is born in India, in Chennai. But somehow a cruel twist of fate takes Zarya and Irina from India to faraway Russia to Moscow. And both of them must struggle there amidst a lot of poverty and difficult conditions to survive. But Zarya learns ballet and she finds some kind of hope and light and interest in her ballet classes. So when she becomes a woman, she decides she wants to be a professional ballerina. And she puts in a lot of hard work to try and achieve this ambition, which for her becomes more intense as she grows older. So the book follows her on this journey, follows Zarya's journey to try and become a professional ballerina. And she does early on in the book, but then it follows all the drama in the world of ballet with the jealousies and the rivalries and all the other things she has to navigate to really stay where she is. So, okay, the protagonist of this book is a dancer, and having a protagonist as a dancer was definitely something I really enjoyed writing about in this fictional story. Actually, my mother, Anita, is a professional Bharatanatyam dancer herself. So when I grew up in Chennai, I remember as a young girl, when I would wake up before school, I'd wake up as early as 6 o'clock and I'd come downstairs to read the newspaper. And then I would hear classical dance music, and I'd see my mom and her group of dancers all rehearsing. And you know, it was really beautiful. It was beautiful music, and I really